What's this? It's a ring. Oh. Alright. Alright, so yes, we're going to talk about The Hobbit. Let's look at this shirt I got here. I went to Middle Earth and all I got was this ring. So a little closer up was the ring. This came off of one of the Lord of the Rings bookmarks that I picked up when the Fellowship came out a long time ago in the theaters. They had a whole bunch of these bookmarks with each of the characters from Lord of the Rings. And yes, I got every one of the bookmarks. That's how much of a Lord of the Rings nerd I am. That ring right here. Well, let's see what else I have. This is the animated DVD of The Hobbit. Now, I like it, but after watching the first film of The Hobbit, I have to say, it almost makes me hate this movie. Because the characters in the live action film are portrayed so much better than they are in the animated film. Obviously I like the live action version even more than this version, which is pretty much really for kids anyway. But this is the version that got me in love with Middle Earth as a kid and why I still love it today. Obviously I have the 3 books of Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship, Two Towers, and The Return of the King. And this is a graphic novel of the movie we're going to be reviewing today. It's the first third of it. The Hobbit. The last thing I'll show is the glasses that I got when I went to see the movie. This is the regular glasses I got from the Showcase North when I went to see it in 24 frames per second, which is the version of 3D I recommend. 48 frames per second sucks. It's garbage. This is just regular 3D glasses with a green brim. I like them, but I like these glasses much better, which I got with the 48 when I saw the 48 frames per second. And it's fashioned to look like the shape of the key that Thorin gets when that's supposed to open the secret door in the mountain, which I think is very cool and all, but let's see if we can find a way to close them right. There we go. No, not that way. Okay, there we go. But honestly, I hate 48 frames per second. Let me show you what 48 frames per second looks like. Looks like this, very close up, and you're like moving very fast. You got a lot of detail you see in the movie. Movies are not supposed to be seen like that. They're supposed to be seen like this, where in normal speed. 48 frames per second. If you've ever been listening to music and you listen to it too fast and it sounds like you're listening to the Chipmunks singing a song, that's what 48 frames per second is like when you're watching a movie. Too fast? What the hell? I hate it. trying a new thing. You know what? Screw the new thing. Throw it away. And I know damn well there'll be more movies that are going to be doing the 48 frames per second. I know they're going to try this because they want to get people that I guess have vertigo problems maybe with 3D or get nauseous from 3D in order to get those people to watch it. And I say, you know what? Those people should just watch a movie in 2D, and that is available in 3D, and just they'll probably just get some good enjoyment from that. Because honestly, 48 frames per second sucks. It looks terrible to me. But the movie is great. Love the movie. So let's talk about The Hobbit: The Unexpected Journey. And let's talk about the cast here and the plot. So the plot is Gandalf comes to the Shire 60 years earlier than the Fellowship of the Ring. This is when Bilbo's young. And offers Bilbo and the chance to go in an adventure with him and 13 dwarves to reclaim their homeland from a dragon that took it over. And the movie is pretty much about the journey from the Shire to the dwarf's homeland, the in between, as well as the fight at the end. But the fight at the end probably doesn't happen until like maybe the second or third film. This film ends at the middle. I'm not going to say which part, but since I've read the book, I pretty much know where and know what bad guys they're going to come up against in the next two films. But they chose a very good spot in the middle to end the movie at. And our cast, of course, Ian McKellen comes back as Gandalf. What a great way to start off, to see Ian McKellen come into the Shire as Gandalf, talking to Martin Freeman, who's our young Bilbo. And it is just awesome. I mean, Ian McKellen is just as good as he was back then. However, Ian McKellen has his first conversation with Bilbo. And there's the signature line from the book. That's where Ian McKellen says, Gandalf means me. That line should be said with a lot of strength, Gandalf means me! Like that. And I was kind of a little disappointed when Ian McKellen says Gandalf means me. He says it in a common manner. Gandalf means me. That's how you're going to say it? Oh. Nitpick. It's a little bit nitpick, but it's not going to affect the overall grade of the film. And then we got Thorin, the leader of the group. Richard Armitage does a great job as Thorin. He played the role to a T. Now the cinema staff said, well, he had no charisma. He's not supposed to have charisma. He's not supposed to be charismatic. He's supposed to be a brute. He's of a leader. He's supposed to be about your typical general type of leader that you find in the military. I mean, if you want charisma, obviously Aragorn's more like he's more like the Aragorn in the movie. He's kind of like a cross between Aragorn and Boromir. He is very much of a jerk. And when you meet the dwarves, yes, that scene is very slow. Yes, I'll agree with a lot of people that saw the movie. Yes, the scene of the dwarves is very slow, but there's a lot of good comedy in that 30 minutes that really keeps the movie going. I didn't mind. I actually liked hearing the song from the Hobbit animated film that they sing. That's what Bilbo Baggins hates. I actually liked hearing that. And the song they sing afterwards, oh wow, that was just amazing. There's also a scene in the beginning that Ian Holm narrates, where they show the Dwarf Kingdom being taken over by the dragon Smaug. And I love the fact that they don't really show Smaug, or they don't really show all of Smaug. They just show like his tail or his wing. Like, that really builds up suspense. I really love that. Because I don't want to see Smaug yet. I want to see Smaug the dragon much later, like in the second or the third film, whenever he's introduced. I don't want to see him now. That's the way you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to show just a little bit of the dragon, not a lot. That was just awesome how they did it. Well, obviously they showed the fire. Let's talk about Radagast the Brown. A lot of people don't like this guy. A lot of people say he's the Jar Jar of the movie. I don't find it to be that bad. I don't find it to be that annoying. In fact, I don't find it to be annoying at all. I find it to be actually pretty funny. I mean, yes, I guess to some people he can be annoying, but he provides a good dose of comedy and cuteness. He's good for the, obviously to make the kids in the audience like him. And as for the plot, which I'll agree anybody who's read the book, he's not really in the book. I think he's more like in like one of the appendices of Lord of the Rings or someplace, and talks about one of the villains that I guess we're going to meet in The Hobbit. I guess that wasn't really in the book, but Peter Jackson's adding to the movie to connect it to Lord of the Rings. And he also foreshadows another one of the bad guys that we do get to meet probably in the second film, which I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see these bad guys. And I'm not going to say what they are. And he leads away one of the other bad guys that's trying to get to the dwarves and Bilbo and Gandalf. So I really didn't find it that bad. I liked his rabbit sled. That was very cool. Okay, let's talk about Gollum's scene. When Bilbo fell into the scene that we know is famously called Riddles of Dark, and it's Gollum's scene, I lit up a little bit because I knew that scene was coming up. I was like, oh wow! I was like, so that's how they're gonna bring that scene is. Oh wow! And when we get to see it, oh my God, yes! Gollum, Andy Serkis, still wonderful as Gollum. Who do we have to kick in the ass at the Academy in order to give this guy an Oscar? Damn, he's so darn awesome in this role. Oh, I could watch that scene over and over again of seeing Bilbo playing the riddle game with Gollum. Oh wow! And of course, since I've read the book, I know the answers to all the riddles. But it was just so awesome seeing Gollum and Bilbo trying to figure out the riddles that they give to each other, and this is so cool. So the overall grade of the film, like I say, 10 out of 10. There's my love of Lord of the Rings films and my love of the Hobbit. So that's all I wanted to talk about, and
give us back the precious. We hates the big guy. He hates the big guy forever. I want my precious back.